This is the second part of the teaching theories. Hope you were able to access the notes and understand a bit about the teaching theories. Don't worry if you don't get it at first. With every revision, your brain will start consolidating the information, so it'll get easier. I've read multiple books on learning theories to understand how important revisions are. So hope you're doing the same for paper 2 as well. So in all my videos, we'll first revise, do past year's question and then revise some more. So let's get started. Cognitive domain levels. So cognitive domain levels were remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating and creating. I need to know the hierarchy, so mnemonics for that. Real underwater adventures always excite creatively. Show answer? Perfect. Effective domain levels. What was effective domain levels? Oh, I think I'm kind of forgetting. So I'm gonna do show answer. I'm gonna quickly learn receiving, responding, valuing, organization and characterization. Oh, okay. Alright, let me just take 2-3 more minutes to learn this. And now I'm gonna do forget because I forgot this. So in this way, I'm gonna complete the rest of the flashcards. Alright, now let's do some MCQs that have come in the past year's paper. So this is the first one which had come in 2021. Statement 1. According to Piaget, the ability to solve conservation problem, that means his theory of conservation, depends on having an understanding of 3 basic aspects of reasoning: identity, compensation and reversibility. So if we go to the notes and see his theory of conservation, identity, compensation and reversibility. So statement 1 is correct. Let's look at statement 2. The stage of classification does not depend on students' ability to focus on a single characteristics of object in a set and group the objects according to that characteristic. Alright, now this seems confusing. So whenever any question is confusing, what we have to do is break down the keywords. The first keyword is stage of classification. And stages of classification, we have the 4 classification stage: the sensory motor stage, pre-operational stage, concrete operational stage and formal operational stage. Now the statement is saying it does not depend on a student's ability to focus on a single characteristics object in a set and group the objects according to that characteristics. I know this statement does seem very confusing, but if you remember that in his theory of conservation, we had studied that a child is unable to differentiate between mass, volume and numbers. So a child might group all the red objects together. But as the child learns reasoning, then he might be able to group the objects according to that characteristics. So the stage of classification does depend on it, right? So this statement is incorrect and this statement is correct. Phew, this was a tough question. So even if you're not able to do few tough questions, don't worry, UGC is a competitive exam. If you've studied well, if you've done the basics, and if you're not able to do a tough question, that means your competition is also not able to do it. So you don't have to worry about that. Focus on the basics and focus on doing your best. You'll definitely clear UGC NET and JRF. Perfect. This is correct. I got this correct, so I'm going to do perfect. So this question had come in 2013. Which one is the highest order of learning? Chain learning, problem solving, stimulus response, condition reflex. You know, this is Gagnet's theory. So according to the 9 types of learning outcome: signal, stimulus, chain, we know that the highest type is problem solving. And this is pretty easy as well. So even if you don't know the hierarchy but know the meaning of each, you can easily figure out that it's problem solving. Which one of the following is an example of higher order cognitive learning outcome? So this is Bloom's taxonomy and they're talking about cognitive domain. So learning of facts and their sequence, it is remembering. Alright, option B, learning roles and action sequences, that is applying. So that comes third in the hierarchy. Learning of concepts and abstractions is evaluating, which is second highest. Learning of awareness and values is analyzing, which is below evaluating. So if you know the key terms and their meaning, you're easily able to figure out what is correct and what is not. As per Dewey's vision of learning, learners should demonstrate their knowledge through creativity and collaboration. Learners should demonstrate. That's very much Dewey's learning theory, learning through experience. So statement 1 seems correct. According to Piaget, now we come to Jean Piaget's theory. Learning is independent of the developmental stages of learner. Oh, this is completely incorrect because his entire theory was about developmental stages of learners. Alright, so according to this, statement 1 is correct, yes, but statement 2 is incorrect. Submit. Perfect, and pretty easy too. Schumann's model is an example of which type of teaching model? Personal basis model, behavior altering model, information development model, social interaction model. Let's say you had not read this note and did not know it's under information development model. And here you can see that personal basis model, behavior altering model, social interaction model, it's not really here. As I've said multiple times that NTA loves playing around with word. So if you don't know the answer, then use the method of elimination. If you know what Schumann's model is, then elimination gets pretty easy. So let's see what Schumann's model talks about. Is an instructional framework designed to enhance the effectiveness of teaching learning. So even if we don't know what instructional development model is, from knowing what Schumann's model is, we should be able to figure out the correct answer. It's probably not personal basis model, probably not behavior altering model like that of B.F. Skinner or Pavlov. It's not social interaction model, so it's definitely information development model. So this is how you go about using method of elimination to come up with an answer. So even if you've not studied everything, but what you've studied, you've done it properly, you will be able to do majority of the questions. This was not in the video, so you might not be able to do right now, but you can read it in the notes and easily figure it out. It's not very difficult. Vygotsky emphasized the significant role played by adults and more able peers in children's learning. That's his theory of scaffolding. The zone of proximal development is the area where the child solves a problem alone without the help of others. This is incorrect because the zone of proximal development is basically to see how a child solves a problem with the help of others and without the help of others. So statement 2 is incorrect. So let's do perfect. According to Kohlberg's theory, the conventional level of moral development includes the following stages. Alright, this is a pretty straightforward question. Kohlberg's theory, and they've asked about the conventional stage. So I've added the note here. According to Lawrence Kohlberg's theory of moral development, it has 3 core stages. One is the pre-conventional level, second is the conventional level, and third is the post-conventional level. So they've asked about the conventional level. So under conventional level, we have good interpersonal relationships and maintaining social order. So from here, let's see what fits well. Obedience orientation, that's pre-conventional level. So this is not the correct answer. Second, being nice dash relationship orientation. Yes, this is correct. Third, social contraction level. It is stage 5, so it's not 3 as well. 4, law and order orientation, maintaining social order, so it's 4. And universal ethical principle orientation, that's again post-conventional stage. So this is not the correct answer. So it's 2 and 4. So let's do perfect, and I'll revise this again in a day. According to David and Johnson, which of the following are the basic elements of cooperative learning groups? So I've added the theory here from the notes, but sometimes what we have learned may not be exhaustive because there are so many concepts to learn and we have to be strategic about our preparation. For paper 1, each topic gets 5 marks. So we cannot spend too much time in one topic. We need to spread our learning sessions over the topics, right? So let's learn another method to do the MCQs, which is method of synonyms. According to David and Johnson, which of the following are the basic elements of cooperative learning? So this is the keyword. Cooperative learning basically means mutual assistant, right? Cooperative means mutual assistant towards a goal. So based on this, can we figure out what the correct answer is? Self concept is basically the idea we have about ourselves. So it's individualistic, not really related to cooperative. So this may not be the correct answer. Individual accountability. Let's take an example of a project. Each and everyone, if they do their role properly, then we can complete this project in time. So this does seem like cooperative learning. Skill development is not directly related but is a positive thing. So let's do question mark for now. Positive interdependence. Again, another synonym of cooperative. So this also seems like a correct answer. Promotive interaction. Again, in a project, only if they are able to talk and communicate with each other, then the project comes to fruition. So this also seems like a correct answer. We are confused about skill development, but 2, 4, and 5 seems like the correct answer. Now let's see if these matches the answer. And it does. So this is the correct answer. Coming to the theory, and theory also says the same. David and Johnson, cooperative learning, positive interdependence, individual accountability. Here we don't have promotive interaction given in the notes, but we can still make out using the method of synonyms that this could be the correct answer. So even if you've not gone very deep into the topic, but you understand words like cooperative and how to relate it to the answer and its MCQs, right? Then you will be able to do most of the questions. So this is how you can figure out the tricky questions as well. Look at the key terms, look at the synonyms if it's fitting the main key term in the question or not, and accordingly use the method of elimination. So let's do perfect. Yay, we've completed the MCQs, we've completed our flashcards as well. So now you can see teaching aptitude 4 and 5. This is the previous day's flashcards. So I keep saying every time to everyone, revision is super important because your brain takes time to remember. So now today we have to revise yesterday's important topic. And here you can see that it's already appearing. 4 due cards for flashcards and 5 due cards for MCQs. I'm gonna press here and I'm gonna go to study flashcards. What are the key terms under memory level of? So memory level of teaching was under the teaching pyramid. Yes. So the key terms were facts and figures, teacher is a guide, memorizing, show answer to see whether I was correct or not, factual knowledge, teacher centered, rote memory, testing recall. I was okay with this, so revision will repeat after 5 days for me. So key terms under understanding. Whenever I say understanding, I know it's positive and negative example. So one is able to differentiate between example, consolidating understanding. Next is teacher is a guide, very important. So 3 main key terms. Let me see, show answer, perfect. I know this perfectly, so now I have to revise this only after 8 days. Yay! Alright, Socrative questioning. What was this? I think I forgot. Alright, so let's do forgot and let's revise this immediately. Someone intentionally challenges others, such as through open-minded questioning. Okay, so the key word for Socrative questioning is open-minded questioning. Alright. Key terms under reflective level. So reflective level, evaluating, synthesizing, creating, and teacher is a guide. So I was correct in this, so I'm going to do perfect. Socrative questioning. Socrative questioning, the key term was, let me take a second to recall. Yes, open-minded questioning. Perfect. Now I have to revise this again after 24 hours, lest I'll forget it. Perfect. We're done with yesterday's revision. We're done with today's flashcard, and we did the MCQs. So from here we're done with concept of teaching. We're done with the teaching theories. Next we have key terms related to teaching. Under this, there are some of the key terminologies that might come, and from here, this is the most important topic. This is probably my favorite topic, but does not require a video teaching, so you can directly learn from the notes itself. This has about 8 flashcards that I had added from the important topics and about 5 MCQs which had come in the past year's paper. Topic-wise MCQs such as this also help you to understand how important this particular topic is and how often it has come in the last couple of years. So you know that I need to focus on this particular topic. Alright, so we're almost done with the first topic, which is teaching basic and concept. Next we'll go to objective of teaching and then learning, and we're done with teaching aptitude. Yeah, and so is our revision and MCQs. If you want notes, flashcards for revision and MCQs that have come in the past year's paper, please log into spacerevision.com.